Alright, here is your rewritten content, adhering to all your specifications. Namo Buddha. Welcome to Wisdom and Wealth. We're excited to have you join us on this journey toward inner peace and a richer life. We know that as we get older, especially after 40, life can throw a lot our way, and finding that inner calm can feel like a real challenge. But don't worry, we're here to help. We're going to explore the wisdom of Buddhist meditation and how it can bring serenity and clarity to your everyday life. So, please, if you find this content valuable, hit that like button or consider subscribing to our channel, and let's begin this path to tranquility and abundance together. In today's video, we're tackling a common obstacle faced by many meditators: distracting background noises. It's a frustrating experience, isn't it? You're trying to find your center, to connect with your inner self, and suddenly, a siren wails, a dog barks, or the neighbor decides to start mowing their lawn. These noises can feel like an assault on your peace, pulling you away from your focus and leaving you feeling agitated. So, the question is, how do we effectively deal with these annoying background noises and reclaim our meditative space? Well, stick around, because we're going to explore several practical strategies that you can implement right away, no matter where you are in your meditation journey. And if you've ever struggled with a noisy environment, like this video and subscribe to Buddhist Doctrine channel, we are grateful to have you with us. Now, let's face it, not all of us have the luxury of escaping to a quiet monastery or a secluded retreat for our meditation practice. Life often dictates that we meditate in less than ideal settings. Perhaps you live in a busy apartment building, or your home is situated near a bustling street. Maybe you are living in the roadside. These noisy environments can feel like a constant battleground for your focus. It's easy to become discouraged, to feel like you can't possibly achieve a state of deep meditation amidst the chaos. But don't give up. It is possible. We want you to know that with the right techniques and a little bit of patience, you can successfully navigate these challenges and create a peaceful inner sanctuary, even in the midst of external noise. When you are living in these noisy environments, when you do the meditation, normally our focus and our attention is dragged by these background noises. So, how can we deal with these things? Well, there are a few things that you can do. First things first, it's helpful to understand that there are actually two primary types of noises we encounter during meditation. Recognizing these differences can significantly impact how you approach them. The first type of noise is what we might call transient noises, those sounds that are fleeting and temporary. Think of a car honking its horn, a dog barking briefly, or perhaps the chirp of a bird. These noises are characterized by their short duration, they come and go relatively quickly. On the other hand, we have what we can term persistent noises. These are the sounds that endure for a more extended period. Examples might include the drone of machinery, the repetitive banging of a hammer, or the steady hum of traffic. And there are some noises that is the second type of noise is there are some noises that prevails for a long time. It may be a machinery noise. It may be someone is banging to a nail from a hammer. So it prevails for a long time. If you are struggling to focus during the meditation, go ahead and like and subscribe to the Buddhist Doctrine channel to continue learning about the Buddhist doctrine. Because these two types of noises have differing characteristics, it's essential to adopt different strategies for dealing with them effectively. Trying to apply the same technique to both transient and persistent noises can lead to frustration and a sense of failure. So, let's start by exploring how to manage those transient noises, those sounds that pop up and then quickly fade away. These are often the most jarring and distracting, as they tend to interrupt our focus unexpectedly. Right? So suppose you are meditating for an example. You're doing the breathing meditation. You're focusing on your breathing pattern. So all of a sudden you hear a loud noise right now. Right at the moment you heard the noise, it vanishes away. Right, it doesn't prevail for a long time, so for a split second your mind jumps out from your focus and it wanders in that noise, thinking about what was that noise, what has happened. Right, so you have first of all you have to be aware that your mind is not in the meditation. Right, you have to know that don't chase behind that noise, don't chase behind that thought. Right. The most crucial first step is to simply acknowledge that your mind has wandered. It's perfectly normal for your attention to be drawn away by a sudden noise. There's no need to criticize yourself or feel like you've failed. Instead, gently observe the fact that your mind is no longer focused on your meditation object, whether it's your breath, a mantra, or a visualization. It is also really important to not chase the noise. Do not chase behind that noise, don't chase behind that thought, right? Avoid the temptation to analyze the noise or get caught up in a chain of thoughts about it. Don't dwell on what it was, where it came from, or what it might mean. Simply recognize that it occurred and that your mind briefly engaged with it. Okay. So that is how you deal with the noises that prevails for a shorter time period. So let's think that the noise is prevailing for a long time. Right? Now how can we deal with that? Once you've acknowledged the distraction, the next step is to gently redirect your attention back to your chosen meditation object. Think of it like guiding a wayward child back to their play area. Be patient and compassionate with yourself. There's no need to force or strain. Simply guide your attention back to your breath, your mantra, or whatever you're focusing on. This is where the real work of meditation begins. It's not about achieving a perfect state of uninterrupted focus, it's about developing the ability to return to your focus again and again, each time your mind wanders. Right? At the moment when you hear that noise, right? You start to fight with that noise. That is what most of the people are doing, right? They think that, oh, this sound is annoying. Now, let's shift our focus to those persistent noises, the ones that linger and seem determined to disrupt your meditation. These can be particularly challenging because they don't simply disappear after a moment, they're a constant presence that can wear down your focus over time. So how can we effectively deal with these ongoing sounds? Now it is disturbing me. Now how can I do the meditation? All the times when I'm doing the meditation this sound comes up. Now you're trying to fight with the sound. Don't fight with the sound. Right? There's a saying, it says what you resist persists. That means if you are resisting something, right? If you are rejecting something from your mind, chances are very high for it to come and haunt your mind again and again. So don't fight with the noise, right? The first and perhaps most counterintuitive step is to stop fighting the noise. Many people's initial reaction is to become frustrated and try to block out the sound. They may tense up, clench their jaws, and mentally scream at the noise to go away. However, this resistance actually amplifies the noise's impact. Remember the saying, what you resist, persists. By resisting the noise, you give it more power over your attention. Instead, try a different approach, simply listen to the noise for a little while. Right? Suppose the machine started working. Now you hear the noise and you think that it is annoying. Right? Don't try to fight with that. Right? Don't try to be upset because you cannot control the noises. Allow yourself to fully experience the sound without judgment. Notice its qualities, its pitch, its rhythm, its intensity. Where does it seem to originate? How does it change over time? By consciously listening to the noise, you begin to desensitize yourself to its disruptive power. You transform it from an enemy into a neutral object of observation. These things are out of our control. You have to know that, right? So what you have to do, don't try to focus on the meditation again and again. Like, don't try to force your mind. First of all, what you have to do, just listen to that noise, right? Listen to that machinery noise for a little while. Maybe 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes, it doesn't matter, right? Take your time. When you listen to that noise, when you be with that noise, it becomes a normal experience for you. The more you reject that noise, it becomes new and new again and again for you. After a few minutes of consciously listening to the noise, you may find that it begins to fade into the background. It becomes less intrusive, less irritating. This is because your brain is gradually habituating to the sound. It recognizes that it's not a threat and stops prioritizing it. So what you have to do, just be with that noise, listen to it for a little while after it becomes normal noise for you. What you have to do, bring back your mind to the meditation again. Right? So after doing that, it becomes a normal noise. So you can focus your mind to the meditation correctly. So that is what you have to do when you're dealing with the noises that prevails for a long time. And to continue to improve your concentration, please like this video and subscribe to Buddhist Doctrine channel. Once the noise has become a more normalized presence, you can gently redirect your attention back to your meditation object. You may find that it's easier to maintain your focus now that you've desensitized yourself to the sound. However, it's important to remember that the noise will likely continue to be present, at least to some degree. The key is to accept its presence and to avoid getting caught up in a cycle of resistance. When you are well focused to something right, when you enjoy something, the distractions, the noises that prevails in the environment doesn't bother you. For an example, when you listen to your favorite song, do you hear any background noises? No. Why is that? Because your mind is well focused to that, you are enjoying it. Ultimately, the goal is to cultivate a state of inner stillness and acceptance, regardless of the external circumstances. The ability to meditate effectively in a noisy environment is a testament to your inner strength and resilience. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you practice these techniques, the better you'll become at managing distracting noises and reclaiming your meditative space. All the senses are into that song. So, same goes with the meditation. Once you enjoy your meditation, once your mind is well focused to it, the background noises is not going to bother you. So what you have to do, just listen to those noises, be with them, be friendly with them, don't hurt yourself, right? Because you have to know that these noises, the things that are happening in the environment, cannot be controlled by yourself. So embrace the sounds around you, knowing that they are simply part of the human experience. And as a final note, when you feel and when you hear the distractions, bring back your distracted mind to the meditation again and again. And that is how we deal with the distractive noises while doing the meditation. If this video has been helpful, please like and subscribe to Buddhist Doctrine channel. We invite you to share your experiences in the comments below. What strategies have you found most effective for dealing with distracting noises during meditation? We'd love to hear from you. So practice the meditation and enjoy a peaceful life. Namo Buddha.